Hi, everybody. I'm Mel Greenberg.
And I'm Karen Glasser, and welcome to Uncorked.
Life exposed in the most unexpected ways, where what you see is not always what you get.
Uncorked is proud to be on the Vital C network. We love Vital C. So, what are we talking about today?
Spring cleaning to be specific, and you know what that means.
Right.
But first,
we have to, we were talking about we don't always have to drink alcohol, right?
and we don't.
We don't. Today we're drinking, I'm drinking iced tea. What are you drinking?
An Arnold Palmer, which is a sugary version of iced tea. It's lemonade and iced tea, and I just like that little fresh touch of the lemonade. So, cheers, and cheers to you all.
Delicious.
So, Karen, spring
Yes.
cleaning, and that has so many meanings and connotations. Is it house cleaning? Is it? I kind of looked at it from the perspective of cleaning my plate and my life,
Right.
kind of starting
Right.
over, new birth. It's new beginnings. How about you?
That as well as very much the stuff that I clean out. So we're cleaning our garage.
Oh God, doesn't
Because
that feel good?
It does. It feels great. I don't know if it's the same in your household, but in my household, we have been schlepping the same boxes from garage to garage to garage to garage, literally, I think, for 20 years.
Same. And what's ironic is that, and I can speak for you, it's our husbands that are the hoarders. They have that. There's a reality show there. Husband hoarders.
Husband HH.
But seriously, and about 5 or 6 years ago, I cleaned out our garage and I was relentless. And I'm very sentimental. There are things that will never leave our home. But I got rid of things that he, over the course of time, would say, no, you can't get rid of that. It's gone. To this day, until he watches this show, he's not going to know those things. And I don't even remember what it is. Is it like that for you?
It's totally like that for me. And finally, I got Michael to agree to look in the boxes. And as he started to look in the boxes, he realized, oh, I didn't even know we still had this stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's so cathartic. My garage is almost clean right now.
Well, don't you? So I'm that person who makes lists, and I get such satisfaction of crossing off the list. It's the same kind of thing. It's like, oh, I cleaned, it's gone. Cleaning out cupboards, cleaning out closets, making room for new. That's fun too.
Well, that's
so
true.
There's that.
And the other thing is we clear out our stuff that we're clearing out can help other people.
And especially now. Yeah. I mean, seriously, this is a time when that should maybe be a joyful experience.
Right.
And a thought that at the forefront, what can I do? How can I give up to others? Because we're not using these things in our garage.
No,
as you said,
not.
What, for how many years? Decades?
Oh, it's embarrassing,
but
actually.
But that's, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Absolutely.
And more so now than ever.
I agree. I totally agree. I don't know. We're going to take, we had boxes of pictures and slides and you name it. And we're going to digitize the entire thing and toss
all the boxes.
All the boxes.
Yeah. So I want to ask you, because I've toyed with doing that. But I really like the kinesthetic, like going through the photo albums.
Yeah. So there's a digital photo. There are digital photo albums. I know. And
or is it the same? Is it just
for me,
like
personally,
62? I need to step up and let it go.
Well, I know. I'm here to say, if you like your albums, you should keep your albums.
But really. I like the idea of.
I do a digital, and you can literally have the pictures go, and you can constantly change them. And the technology is so amazing now. You can literally share your photos with other people on their digital.
Well, we got Dean a beautiful large digital frame for his office, and I have yet to download the pictures, but for that purpose. And it can scroll, and you can constantly upload from your
it's
photos
so cool.
or from your
it's
phones.
So cool. And you know what? I think it's one of the things that we have in the store this month. The digital thing. So go check it out, guys. It's kind of cool.
It's kind of a neat way to clean.
So the other thing that happens during the spring, thank God, daylight savings. Oh, finally.
See, okay, and I'm in Arizona where we don't do that. Don't ask me why. But I look to that time, and I love summer, because when we spring forward, I am on the same time zone as you. And when my kids lived in California, then I was on their same time zone, and I didn't have to figure things out. It's a little bit easier.
Yeah,
but
what is I mean, why does Arizona?
I don't know.
Why don't you guys do that? And can't
Or,
we be
well,
more
I
like
could say-
you? I want to be
I
more
was just
like
going
you.
to say, I could say, why do you, I mean, originally I think it had to do with farming and
yeah.
keeping the light and having more light and the reasons that they did it.
Right.
But none of those things apply
None
anymore.
of those things apply.
I will say this, because we don't have the late
Right.
light that you guys do, or that
Yeah.
anyone that does daylight
Right.
savings does. And that's a nice thing that we don't get. So
Truly.
I don't know.
So I'm excited. I'm truly excited that I can finally put the clock back,
Yeah.
to where it belongs. And so we have longer
Mhm.
daylight, which I love. I hate it when it's, I mean, it's a strong word, hate, but I do not like when it's dark at 4:30
In the morning, it's hard to get out of bed.
Well, no, I'm saying
in the
at
morning.
night.
Oh, well, so we have it. What we notice, and it's hard to get up. We're both very early risers. I think part of that is desert life.
Right.
But I like to be up, and when it's darker, like now, it doesn't get light until 5:36.
I know.
So I'm up, and it's pitch black for a good hour and a half.
So you're going to be happy as things start to change.
Yeah.
I know I like light, and I think that's also it helps my my feelings. That people
Well,
that
I
the light
definitely have that.
you're So
But do you find that in like with the time changes, and does that kind of give you a feeling of rebirth that goes along with spring?
Maybe for the first couple of days,
Yeah.
and then I'm already back into this swing of whatever time
so
it
it's
really
not
is. But truly, I mean, I think that it is part of the whole spring thing. It's something that it's something that happens in the spring, right?
Yeah.
So the time changes. So spring is here.
Mhm.
How are we coming out of winter? So I mean, it's not just about the clothes, right?
Well, because we're still. I mean, well, it's been the
Did
weather.
you notice we kind of look alike?
We got the memo. I think that coming out of winter has been for the past 2 years unprecedented. So there's that.
Yeah.
And we still aren't quite sure what that looks like.
Right.
But also a desert dweller, I
Mhm.
tend to layer, and I tend to always
Right.
be cold. So I layer things. And that's fun fashion wise.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I was laughing because I'm in pants today and a long sleeve shirt.
Yeah.
I was cold. I had my jacket on because it was cold. And it's going to be 90 degrees at the end of the week. And I can't wait. Most people go 90 degrees. That's so hot. And I'm like,
No,
I can't wait. I can't wait because this is too cold.
Yeah.
I
do like the cold, but I think it's easy because we know it's fleeting. Like when we get a deep rain day or a really cold, we do get snow in we do in Arizona. I don't know about you.
We get snow in the mountains.
Yeah, we do in Tucson, and
Right.
and it's fun. But I also know it's going to be gone the next day, so it's, it's not so.
Yeah. The other thing I like during the spring, I don't do a lot of it because I have a brown thumb, is gardening.
Mm.
And in fact, I have already gone out and bought some lavender plants because my understanding is lavender stops the flies. But
I never heard that.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, but the bees like it. So
everyone doesn't know
yeah. But gardening is something I've always wanted to do, and I can't seem to get, how to do it. Are you a gardener?
I am, and I love gardening, and I love herbs and lettuce, and I actually am working with a specialist to create an organic garden.
Oh, how cool is that?
Because I want a sustainable garden and nothing makes me happier. My kids laugh at me to go out, snip my herbs, pick my lettuce for the evening's dinner. There's just a great joy in watching it and bringing it to fruition and nurturing it through the growth process. But I maybe would suggest an indoor herb garden to start. And then you could kind of,
You'll have to show me.
I can do that.
Because I want to do it. I have a desire to do it. My last 2 attempts were terrible. Everything died. I mean, died a horrible death. And I want to do it the right way.
It's really fulfilling, and it's something that requires you be completely present.
Mm-hmm.
If you take the time to do that, like I will go out, I talk to the plants, and
why does that not surprise me?
Wait a minute. It's a bit meditative,
right.
Which is wonderful for me. It slows everything down, and I pay attention to what I'm doing. Just kind of get lost in it, and then you start with nothing, and then you get to see it.
That's true.
Become so much more, and then you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor in your meals, and that's really gratifying.
Yeah,
I think you would really enjoy it.
I think
I will
will
help
too.
you. I will work with you.
I will too.
And I would love like to know if y'all want to email us and just like how you come into spring and how what it means to you.
Right. I would love to hear that. So send us an email or I'm Caren at CarenGlasser.com.
Mel at melmediallc.com.
There you go. Let us know. Let us know how you are entering spring. I do know that it's the hedgehog or the gopher. Who?
Isn't it the gopher?
I don't know. Whatever that animal is that came out.
Punxsutawney Phil isn't his name. He came out. We have 6 more weeks.
We
know that.
More weeks.
That
we
much we
totally
know.
have 6 more weeks.
That much.
I do have a desire, though, I'm not going to live off the grid, but I do have a desire to be more self-sufficient. And that's why the gardening really appeals to me.
Yes. And I think that, live off the grid. That's
I read about it.
I do. It's not, no. It's not happening.
I need running water and electricity. Yeah.
But I will. I think, knowing you as I do, that you would get a tremendous amount of comfort and self-satisfaction from doing it. And I think starting again, small herbs in that's our audience, our 8-legged audience in the background.
They're moaning and groaning. They're happy for us, I'm sure.
They are. Yeah.
The other thing is that I'm starting to come out of my shell finally. I'm totally coming out of my shell, which means that I'm getting ready to travel.
Which makes me so happy.
And so part of it, I went and got my passport
Phenomenal.
Done. I can't wait. I'm planning on getting out there.
Good.
And my dog is like, okay.
She's ready to go too.
She's ready to go
Please,
too.
Get out of the house.
So this next thing is our life balance wheel. And we're just going to talk about it because we don't actually have it with us right now to show you.
But I noticed that it really didn't change that much.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that focusing on it is why.
Yeah.
And I noticed that last month.
Yeah.
That maybe slight variation, but very little.
Very little.
And that's kind of neat.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, and I'm trying to remember what yours look like. I have some areas where I'm really very comfortable, and I have some areas and not so much. Not so much. And that's going up incrementally, like 1/4 inches. It's very, very small because it takes time, right, to make change.
Yeah. The biggest one that has changed since I started it was organization, because that was something that I made a priority for me.
Right.
And that sort of circles me back to cleaning house, because as I let things, and I have a terrible time saying no. And
it's a beautiful word.
It is a beautiful word. And what's more beautiful is to do it in a way that honors who you are, where you are, and let go of things. And it does make room. So organizing and getting things done that I need to get done, and more importantly, that I want to get done, is so much easier. So that's been one of the things.
And that's an important topic. Is prioritizing the stuff that we really want to do in the spring, and eliminating those things that don't resonate with us anymore. And that's something that I'm working hard on.
Good.
I'm working hard on saying no.
Let me ask you, has that always been a challenge for you?
Oh, yes. Because I want to say yes to everyone. And I want to please, and I want to help people like constantly. So I say yes to everything. Not anymore. I literally stop before the words come out of my mouth, and I think to myself, is that something you really want to do?
That's really good. And I actually am writing about it, and it will be up in the blog in the next few weeks about knowing your no.
Yeah.
And knowing that how to handle that. And I've worked with people, and I've listened, and I've shared, because it really is hard. And I always feel like I'm letting someone down, and because most of the stuff I can do, you can do. We're multifaceted. Our brains are always working.
Just because we can
doesn't mean we need to.
Doesn't mean we should.
Or we should, yeah.
And it's just to actually say the word no, sometimes it evokes
empowering.
It's empowering. Sometimes it's guilty. So one of the things that I've learned how to say is, I like to give 100% of whatever I'm doing of myself, right? And if I know by saying yes to something, I really can't give 100% of myself, that's actually what I say. You know what? I really want to give you the time and the energy that this deserves, and I don't have the bandwidth right now. Thank you for asking, though.
That's beautiful.
Or I'll say, no, not right now.
Because it's not definitive, and
Right.
but
But I
it's a
normally
gentle
say
way
it's
to
a
do
gentle
it.
way, but I that way by saying I just can't give it my all, and I know how
Yeah.
much you know that you're going to get your all when I say yes. And so when
Yeah.
I say no, so it's a constant it's a constant. It happens every day.
Well, and I think it's really important that as we continue to age,
Mm-hmm.
that we use our time as efficiently
Uh,
and
yeah.
emotionally gratifying ways, in ways that are productive
Mm-hmm.
and satisfying, and that we can follow through
Right.
in the way. And the way that you just said that is I'm going to kind of take that to heart
Yeah.
and take that with me.
I never want to hurt somebody's feelings, and I also don't want to feel guilty. And I found by doing that, it makes that person feel heard, that I acknowledged that they needed something, and I just said I can't do it right now, or it's you're not going to
Yeah,
get 100%,
100%.
and
Yeah.
they respect that, and they really
Yeah.
respect that because, and it keeps me true to my word, and so for me that has worked, but it has been a long process. Trust me. Oof.
I lose sleep when I have to say no to somebody, or when I want to step back from something that I have said yes to
Right.
that simply isn't working for me.
Yeah, and
That-
yeah.
That's hard too, because again, I don't want to let somebody down, but for a myriad of reasons,
Right.
this is not right at
Right.
this time. And that's important too. It's like
Right.
we tried to play, now we need to step back. And right now it's not okay. But it could be, as you don't know. So
check.
that
Yeah, I think
yeah.
we have to be true to ourselves. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
We talked about the fact that Uncorked is on Vital C. We want to make sure that people go check out all the shows. You guys, not just this one. If you go to vitalc.com/watch/ Uncorked, all of the
All
shows are
there.
there.
Yeah.
Go over there. Go binge watch. Tell us which one spoke to you the most.
And I think what I love about our shows is that we really try and touch and uncork things that we're all feeling at this time and this
Right.
peak stage of life that we're all living and figuring our way through. And
Right.
like you say, it takes a long time to get from A to B to Z, to certainly to Z. And when you watch the different shows, you can see that and you can take something from it. And that's really what we hope that you're gaining.
Absolutely. We also hope that you'll go check out the Uncorked shop. All you have to do is go to www.uncorked.shop. Really cool things in there this month. One of them is that picture frame. So we'll go check that one out, because I think that will, it's a cool thing to get all your family involved with that and all the pictures going on. We have some great stuff in there. So go check it out and see if there's something there that just lights your fire. And finally, go check out the playlist. Mel has been very busy.
So I have so much fun, and I really reach for music that over the years has inspired me or brings back memories. Music is a memory, or what's that saying? It's a memory or something. It takes you back someplace or forward and places you. And so a lot of the songs you will listen to, back to the 70s and 80s, and I hope you enjoy it. And then a lot of new music, and there's so many incredible new artists out there.
I know. Oh my God.
So our current obsession is
Teddy Swims. Oh my gosh. The guy is amazing.
I know, but the one thing I just have to say, it's like I cringe because I wonder, when he got his eyelids tattooed. I mean, and I have the eyeliner.
That's totally different.
But it's a little bit different. I just ache for him when I see it, but I just adore him, his energy and his voice and his lyrics. Oh,
and he came to being in his last couple of years during the pandemic, and that's the good stuff that's come out of all of this. He's amazing. Go check him out. He's on the playlist. All of his stuff is on the playlist.
Yeah,
I like him.
He's one of our favorites.
And whenever you create these playlists, the first thing I do is I go in there, because I have music playing all day long on my computer while I'm working. So I have this month's playlist is playing right now, and April will be the next one, and so forth and so on. But all the music that you have curated is amazing. Go check it out. We know that you will like it.
And if you have songs that are special to you, send them and we'll add them to the playlist. That would be really fun.
Absolutely. You guys, you have a choice as to where you spend your time. You came here today to spend it with Mel and I. We're very happy.
We appreciate you so much.
We do.
And we look forward to next month.
Yep. Go out and give somebody an awesome day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.